Shalom Mashpuka. This is a warning video for Christian pastors. And I want you to know, this warning is not from me. This warning is from the scriptures. There are many things that's going on right now. And one of the things that's going on, there's a battle or a fight that's brewing between the Christian pastors and the camps. And when I first saw this, of course, they making a big deal out of it. And I'm looking, of course, I mentioned this in the video, and this is why I'm doing this, bringing this out right now. Also, I understand, before I begin, I understand there are Christian pastors that follow this channel. And I have no problem with Christian pastors following this channel, even if you do it secretly. I have no problem, no issues with that. What I do have a problem with, if you're coming here on this channel and using scriptures they didn't teach you in the Bible colleges and use them in your church and not help your church to get the truth, that I have a problem with. In other words, you use the scripture to your advantage, where it fits you. I have a huge problem with that. You shouldn't do that. And once again, I don't mind the Christian pastors. I see them. They don't leave comments. But I noticed they never leave comments. But, you're following the channel. You're a subscriber. You're in the list with everybody else. And we see you have a ministry. I'm talking Christian pastors, not our people that's teaching. Not them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Christian pastors with churches following this channel here. I just, use the word. Give your people the word. Give them the truth. Come out of the lies. Okay, there's this big fight been brewing with the camps and the Christian pastors. You see on the screen here, T.D. Jakes mad at the Israelites. And T.D. Jakes made a statement. His ancestors were Jews, Igbo, and he said his ancestors were from Africa. They were the Hebrews. Okay, then he changed and said he's a Gentile. Okay, we know this is something he's been doing, teaching his people lies. And so the videos goes on and on and on. And what the church is doing, what the pastors are doing, they are upset because their churches are dwindling down. Their members are coming out. They're leaving it. They're seeing things on YouTube, and YouTube has become the Christian pastor's enemy. So although they're on YouTube, they're upset with people like myself and the camps that's bringing forth truth. Now, we understand the church is really screwed up bad. The camps, there's a problem with the camps. But the camps is not in a position like the church is. At least the camp teach the people that we need to keep Torah. That's very important. They believe the Torah and the prophets, and we should keep Shabbat. See, when we have this in common, we shouldn't fight. And when I say we, I mean we as a people. We shouldn't fight each other. You believe we should keep Torah? You believe we should keep the Shabbat and the Kadash? That you believe we should keep the Most High's word to the best of our knowledge? And see, we agree to these things, but we fight each other on other issues like his name. We should be able to come together and just call him out the Almighty. We could call him the Almighty. So here we see them making videos after videos, and I told my family, there's something going on here. These Christian pastors, they're mad. They're losing money, and their members are coming to YouTube. They are learning scripture. They're not being taught in the churches, and they are questioning their pastors, and they're asking their pastors, is this true? And the pastors don't have answers. The only thing they'll tell the people is don't pay no attention to don't pay any attention to what these people are saying. Stay away from them. They're off. They're wrong. And so, of course, they are making videos. And I want to go into quickly here this one. It's called EX Ministries. He did a video. I watched this video and I lost brain cells. It was hard. It was difficult. And I want you to see this comment he made on his own channel here. He says, I'm not talking about Bishop Baba, Brother Yahuah, or Baba, Black Sheep. You know, he's talking about our people using Aubrey names, which the scripture said we would do that. He says, I know exactly where the false doctrine came from and why it's prevalent. This pastor, may I add, he's upset because his members are leaving. He said he gets, you know, lots of emails every day asking about the truth movement, asking about what they call the Hebrew Israelite. This happened back in JESUS day. See, he's still using this wicked name here. Day, and it will keep rearing its head as long as there is fatherless and unforgiveness in the hearts of a race that is searching to blame. YouTube is your guide. See, he's upset with YouTube, and that doesn't require debate from me. It's foolishness and racism. But for those that need Bible, all right, this is what I want you to see, because he done something here. He's not going to debate. He's not going to argue. If you come here and you leave a comment, a positive comment with scripture, truth, he's going to block you. He made it known. He don't want to hear anything from righteous people, or anybody that believe we should keep Torah. So there's nothing to tell this guy. But for those that need Bible, our Bibles, I've done a video on it. Our Bibles are wicked. Here is why I'm not debating this topic with you, YouTube kings and queens. Titus 3:9. Of course, Paul is their lover. But avoid foolish questions. Paul command them, and whoever else listened to them, to avoid foolish questions and genealogies. All right. The camps for Paul, but they're not for certain verses Paul give. And he said avoid genealogy. That means we shouldn't worry about who we came from. Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. We shouldn't be worried about that. Avoid foolish genealogy. Avoid this. And contention, strivings about the Torah. So don't be concerned about the Torah, strivings about the Torah. He's saying, don't dig deep in the Torah. Don't care about knowing what's in the Torah, for they are unprofitable and vain. So these people, this is their problem. They continue to not believe in Torah. They believe the law is done away with. Okay. As I brought this out in the last video, Isaiah 5:20. Woe to those that call evil good and good evil. They're saying people that keep Torah, evil. They're calling the people evil. And when they are evil themselves, they are walking in darkness. And this is the word for the Christian pastors. You're evil yourself. They put darkness for light, light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Now, I asked the Most High about this, all this fighting. You would think the camps would come together. They're being beat up by Christian pastors, talking junk about them. You would think all the camps would come together, put their differences aside, stand together and fight against the enemy. But you see, this is what I see. I see the enemy coming inside and devouring us apart, making us fight one another. That's why I don't have time to fight rebels when they come to the channel. I don't have time to fight people. I'm not here to fight people. People come here looking for a fight, and they will not find a fight. And when it's time to fight, then that's when we fight. But now it's not the time to fight. All right. So I asked the Most High about this. What's going on? Why is this happening? What's going on with these pastors? And he gave me one scripture. And this is the message. This is the warning for the Christian pastors. This is the Most High warning you. And I know you don't believe the Torah. Deuteronomy 27:26 is Torah. This is law. And this is what it says to all the Christian pastors. Cursed is the one who does not confirm all the words of this Torah. By observing them, we have to confirm and observe them. And the people will say, so be it. Cursed is anyone. And if you say, okay, that's the law, show me that in the New Testament. because you are New Testament Christians. All right, no problem. John 7:49. I want you to read this in your church, because your churches are without law. They're lawless. But this crowd, the crowd that's without the law, this crowd that does not know Torah is cursed. We won't read this one in church. This is coming from your New Testament. And this is your word, cursed. So all the camps that's fighting against them, there's no fight to fight. You understand? There is no fight to fight. If these people don't connect with the law, they're finished. Here it is. Baruch 4:1. They are finished. Here are the verses, the scripture to back what I'm saying. This is the book of the commandments of the Almighty. This is not a commandment of men. And again, pastors, this warning is not coming from Yahuah's channel. The Most High is using this channel. It's not coming from me. It's coming from the scriptures, coming from the mouth of the Father. This is the book of the commandments of the Almighty and the Torah that endures forever. See, the church teach the law is done away with. And we have to take our hats off to the camp. They're teaching their people we should keep this law. We should keep the Most High's law. We should keep his law, statutes, and judgment to the best that we can. Now, what they fail to do, they think they can keep all of it in the land of captivity. You know, Passover, these high Kadash days that require us to be in the land, they think they can keep all of them, and they cannot. It's impossible. All they that keep it, talking about the Torah, talking about the law, all they that keep it shall come to life. Christian pastors, the only way you're going to come to life if you keep this law, if you return to this law. And if you do not, there is a messenger of the enemy that's attached to you. And it teaches us, it's in the sons of Zadok. It teaches us when one returns to the Torah, this messenger has to leave. But until then, this messenger have control over you. So these Christian pastors, they don't understand. And the people that follow them, they don't understand. There's a evil ruach that's attached to them because they are without Torah. So all them that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it, Christian pastors saying the law is done away with, shall die. It's that simple. This is your word. This is your warning. Now, one of the things, the Christian pastors, they get their teaching from Paul. They listen to Paul, and what he's saying, this is what they will quote you. Galatians 3:10. For as many as are of the works of the law, these are the camps, works of the law. These are the righteous. These are the Kaddish, myself. We think that we should do the works of the law. We believe we should not be working on the Shabbat. We should not be cooking. That we should rest on the Shabbat. We believe this, so we do this, and this is our works. These are our works. Every Shabbat you keep, that's your works. I told you, don't let these wicked men tell you, where is your works? And you can't answer the question. And so you shy down and make it look like you're doing nothing. For as many are of the works of the law are under the curse. So this is what the Christians will teach and tell their people. If you're doing the works of the law, you're under a curse. For it is written, cursed is everyone who does not continue in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. So you see, he's trying to say all the one that's under the law, they're cursed. And you have to continue to do. If you're under the law, you have to continue to do everything that's written in the law. So once again, they're following foolishness. And this is not what the scripture said. The scripture says, if you keep it, you come to life. But if you leave it, you die. You see, this is point blank to the point. No philosophy, no beating around the bush, no figuring out. This is clear. The Ruach, as Ecclesiastes says, it's a clear understanding. The word should be clear in understanding. So this message goes to the Christian pastors. Let this be a warning to you that cursed is everyone that does not keep and confirm all the words of the Torah. Shalom.